So scary. Hello folks! In this top 10, I'll be sharing characters who terrified me as a youngster, even though the movies they were featured in served as children's entertainment. As with all traumas, I still get a twinge of residual fear every time I cross paths with their hideous mugs. Disclaimer, I'll be going in on some fan favorites, so try not to take anything I have to say too seriously. This is merely one man's opinion, so please don't shower me with hate fire. Let's begin! Top 10 Scary Children's Characters. At number 10 are the Down on Their Luck Rabbits from Watership Down. This is the one exception on my list because I actually found out about this book and saw the movie it was based on as a teenager rather than as a kid. But I thought I'd still include it because it definitely fit the bill. One of my good friends was kind enough to expose me to this savage side of rabbit life, and boy was it gruesome. The look of terror in their faces left a lasting and also disturbing impression. Humans killing rabbits, birds killing rabbits, dogs killing rabbits, rabbits killing rabbits. Can everyone just stop killing the goddamn rabbits? At number 9 is Death in a Fursuit, the grizzly bear from The Fox and the Hound. There have been a plethora of predatory versus prey scenarios over the course of animation, but none had quite the impact as the one involving this frightening behemoth. If its sheer size and kill combo of teeth and claws wasn't enough, its bloodshot eyes sent it over the edge. I'd imagine this is what would happen if the rage virus from 28 Days Later crossed species. At number 8 is the result of hundreds of years of vitamin D deficiency, Gollum from the animated version of The Hobbit. This is the best depiction of what a sea monkey should look like. Instead of those little shrimpy things you keep in a thing of water and die after about a week, a skeevy, horse, cannibalistic bad loser. What's there not to like? Pass! At number 7 is the luck dragon Falkor from The Never-Ending Story. There is no shortage of scary things in the magical land of Fantasia, and this giant flying rat tail took the cake. His empty puppet eyes and boisterous cackle made me feel most uneasy, not to mention his overall vibe, which screams, "I swallow children whole." When he was chasing those 3 bullies at the end, I thought for sure we would see him taste man flesh. I swear they were as good as gone if they hadn't found refuge in a dumpster. At number 6 is the misshapen man-child, Sloth from The Goonies. Again, another guy that looks like he eats children. Sure, he's missing a few teeth, but he could still break skin. Of course now, as a more or less fully formed adult, I'm able to look past the deformity, but back then, No amount of heroism could distract me from the glaring eyesore that is his face. At number 5 is the Nightmare King from Little Nemo Adventures in Wonderland. Unlike all the other characters on this list, I want to commend the Nightmare King for living up to his name. He is what the Chernobog of Bald Mountain wishes it could be. Even as an amorphous molten blob, he was still able to strike fear in me. Pajama! It's a yardstick. At number 4 is a flock of evil poultry, the Skeksis from The Black Crystal. These decrepit turkeys were afflicted with a severity of dry skin that the breath of life itself wouldn't be able to revive. Their lack of cosmetic appeal was one thing, but the dark horse of the group, Chamberlain, was all types of unappealing. This guy was giving me too much. His screams of agony as his comrades basically gang raped him, along with his incessant I just couldn't. Feed him to the wolves. At number 3 is the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz. Something about his saggy jowls and narrow-set eyes gave me the creeps. His snivelly voice reinforced his repulsiveness, sounding like there was an accumulation of mucus just begging to be sneezed out. The way he pounced in on Dorothy's gang, then proceeded to bark at them like some feral beast, made me want to put him down with a bolt gun. If it weren't for him, I might actually like this much-beloved classic. Although the Tin Man kinda creeped me out too. He always looked like he was on the verge of having a nosebleed, you know? At number 2 is supposedly everyone's favorite alien, E.T. from E.T. the Extraterrestrial. If this wrinkly brown mass of lumps is what the universe has to offer in terms of new life, No thanks, universe, you can keep it. Everything from the sounds he made to his squashed and stretched proportions turned me off. The state in which they found his pale, sickly body on the riverbank was a sight to behold in the absolute worst way. That imagery should be used in the campaign for the war on drugs. Finally, at number 1 is the leader of the monster realm, Boy from Little Monsters. I had all but forgotten about this nugget of nostalgia, and for good reason. I repressed its memory to the farthest recesses of my mind, and it was only because of this list that it was unearthed. Every monster was more terrifying than the next, and Boy was at the forefront. His out-of-control hair plugs made his human form scary in itself. However, he rose to new heights after his face got blown off, revealing a cross between the inside of a sewage pipe and an anus riddled with hemorrhoids. Hold up, wait a minute, let me put some Drano in it, cause nobody wants to see any of that, you nasty. No, but seriously guys, it was so scary. This little Asian boy was not amused in the least. I hope you enjoyed my list of scary children's characters. Boy, did they keep my upbringing interesting. I would love to know some of yours, so populate that comment section. Thank you for spending this rundown scary lane... What? Thank you for spending this scary rundown memory lane with me, and until I see you next, that's it.